Alright, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do that good stuff. And let's get straight into today's video because we just had an update and a new character has just been added to the game. So let's go have a look, see what the new character is in the crew tab. And let's see what type of character they are and what they do. So we go to not owned. Alright, so the new character will be OROCHI. Not exactly how to say his name, but he's a defense type crew. Alright, so he does have almost 17,000 crew rating. 8-headed serpent and block. That's his position in the game apparently by the devs. Now the affinity, I'm gonna be honest, this is really bad for players. Like you need Luffy, Toro, Princess Shirahoshi, and Marco just for the first affinity. The three newest characters to the game. Jesus. That is, yeah, not a lot of players are gonna have this one. Then the next one you need Odin and Hiyori. Two really good characters, obviously. Then for the last affinity, you need Sir Crocodile, Monkey D. Dragon, and Kaido Dragon Form. All of these characters are really good characters, aside from Shirahoshi and Marco. But yeah, you need a lot of good characters for his affinities. So it's not an easy character to get the affinities for, that's for sure. For his ring and necklace, you only need Dark Jades, which is very easy to upgrade the character, which I really like that. Going to his fighting spirit, he is a desert sand spirit, so a sand-based character who will be amazing for the block raid team or the sand team. So let's go into his passive, Snake Fruit user, and let's see what his passive does. Alright, so the passive skill increases his defense and block rate by 10% and permanently increases their damage rate, damage reduction rate, crit resistance rate, and ultimate skill trigger probability by 30% when he debuts. So that's permanently and at the start of the battle. He gets 30% of all those stats, which is absolutely amazing. And then the block, and then get block enhancement in the first turn after deployment, which is he gets 100% block rate and he cannot be critically hit. Wow. I think that's the first person that can't be critically hit. I'm not exactly sure, but that's absolutely insane on the first turn. He's just going to be a gigantic tank that can't be damaged, basically. When he is attacked or when he attacks, increases his own block rate by 8%. Again, block rate team. And damage reduction by 4%. Can stack up to 5 times. So you can actually get 40% more block rate and an additional 20% damage reduction. This guy is going to be so tanky. Probably the best tank in the game. And then when attacked, there is an 80% chance to restore 12% of lost HP for our front row crew members. And permanently increase the attack by 4%, infinitely stacking. So just like General Frankie, he heals people when he's attacked. However, this one he increases their attack by 4% permanently, which is infinite stacking. So that's absolutely insane. When attacked, if his HP is lower than 20%, it will restore 85% of lost HP and 500 points of rage and get a 50% damage reduction for one turn. This can only be triggered once per battle, but that's absolutely insane. This character already looks like a better version of General Frankie for the block rate team, for the sand team. This character is insane already. Like, this passive is absolutely nuts. We haven't even seen the potential 2 passive, the ultra skills. And then his basic ability, dealing 180% plus 15 points of damage to a single enemy, with a 50% chance to paralyze the target for 2 turns. 50% already without ultra skills is actually quite insane. And absorb 200 points of their rage, 20% defense of the target for 2 turns, and increase his own control immunity rate by 20% and block strength by 30%. Wow. He's doing so much. This is just his basic ability. Adds 10% defense to all crew members in the same row with him, and 10% attack to all crew members in the same row with him for 2 turns. Can be stacked. That's insane. So you might want to run skill trigger charts on him with like damage reduction flags. So he just keeps triggering this and stacking your team up and getting so much like defensive stats. Like, this character is insane. Then his ultimate model 8-headed. dealing 400% plus 45 points of floating damage. So basically splash damage to the enemy, splashing 40% of the damage around the main target, uh, just like Luffy Tara's ultimate, adding corrosion effect to the main target. So that reduces their defense by 30% and block rate by 50% for 2 turns, cannot be stacked. So he actually does counter the block rate team as well with his passive and his ultimate. Increasing his own attack and defense by 20% for 2 turns and increases his own ultimate resistance by 15% each time ultimate skill is released. So every time he ults, he gets these stats and it can be stacked up to 3 times. So absolutely amazing. Can get 45% ultimate resistance. So that's absolutely insane. The direct damage received by himself is reduced by 50%, including the damage dealt by the Sea Kings. Wow. So he already takes way less damage from Sea Kings, which is absolutely amazing. Because if you don't know, late game Sea Kings are completely broken, and they basically one-shot the enemy team turn 1. So if he's taking 50% less damage from Sea Kings, that's absolutely amazing. The crew members in the allied back row gain 200 points of rage, and at the same time, a random crew member is applied block enhancement. In the turn, the block rate is increased to 100%, the crit resistance rate is increased by 100%, and its debuffs are dispelled. Wow, so absolutely amazing. So a random crew member in the back row will also gain those buffs for 1 turn, so it'll be basically invincible because they get 100% crit resistance, they can't be critted, and their block rate is 100%, and all their debuffs are dispelled. So this character, this character is absolutely amazing. Probably the best tank character in the entire game. This character will 100% be a must-have character on our tier list. He just does what General Frankie does, but better in my opinion. Because he boosts like the front row, back row, does splash damage on ults. It's just absolutely insane. This guy is going to be a menace on the sand team. So yeah, this guy's definitely a must pull character in my opinion. He's going to be absolutely insane. Unfortunately, the affinities are just very hard for some people to get. But luckily, I have all of them, so we're pretty set. We're definitely going to be pulling for this guy when he comes out. Hopefully, it's a GP event, a group server event. But that's the rundown on his skills and abilities. As I said, top tier character, must-have character in my opinion. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video on the new Orochi. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.